Just check now for live. Right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Bayern Munich Champions League preview. Champions League is back. I'm not sure whether to be excited, but Champions League is back. And joining me once again is Ryan from United Central. Ryan, how are you?
Yeah, hello there, mate. Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. Well, I'm just about recovering from I think I'm just about recovered from the weekend. But yeah, I'm good. Like I say, thank you for having me on again. And, obviously, it was a great show on Friday, so I'm looking forward to getting into the show now. But yeah, big up for having me on.
Yeah, great to have you back on. Now, I know you were there on Saturday, and we have another lad in the channel named Ryan, and he went to the Arsenal game 2 weeks ago and we lost. So he knows your pain. He knows your pain. But let's go back to Saturday, the game you were at. You were there in the flesh. What was your thoughts on the game overall?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I was really encouraged by the start that we made. Actually, I was that opening 15 minutes. Thought, hang on a minute, we're actually playing well. You're creating a few chances, and I was encouraged by that. But then, after the 15 minutes, then it was all downhill from there. Brighton was allowed to get into the game, and once they scored, obviously it had to be Danny Welbeck that scored. We just never, and then obviously we went 1-0 down, and I was expecting, let's try and react here. Let's try and react. We're at home. We need to show some character. Going behind, you have to show something about you. But we didn't. It was very slow. There was no. Everyone was static. Everyone was static. It was just shocking. From thereafter, really. Obviously, the disallowed goal for Højlund, obviously. Yeah, I mean, it did look like the ball. I think the ball did look like it was out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But again, we see with VAR, it's the angles that they do, don't they? The angles. Maybe another angle would have maybe seen the ball just still in play, still kind of thing. But they seem to show very strange angles from VAR, really, I think. But obviously that goal didn't stand, and that was unfortunate. And then for me, I just think the substitutions as well at times. I think personally, if I was Ten Hag, I probably would have changed it at half time. If I'm honest, I think it. Because after that opening 15 minutes, we weren't really showing anything at all. If I'm honest, nowhere near enough. And obviously, and if he wasn't going to change it at half time, I definitely would have changed it. After the second goal went in for Brighton. In the just about 50, I think it was the 53rd minute, wasn't it? But obviously, he waited about 10 minutes and then decided to change it. But and then obviously the interesting reaction to Højlund coming off. I thought that was very interesting. That was probably the worst reaction I've seen in terms of the decision that Ten Hag made. I think it was a very strange decision. I don't think I would have taken Højlund off at all, especially when you've got Rashford still on the pitch that isn't really doing anything. I can understand it to a degree that Højlund, obviously he'd just come back from an injury. Ten Hag did say after the game he didn't want to risk him getting another injury. I can understand from that point of view, but to leave Rashford on the pitch still, I think it was strange. I haven't even mentioned the lineup. I didn't agree with the lineup here. I don't know what you thought about that, but McTominay is not a winger, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure why McTominay were there when we had an out-and-out winger on the bench. I was crying out for Fleschke, you know that. I wanted Fleschke to start, and I cannot believe that he didn't decide to choose in this one. But McTominay didn't do anything like it. But I think Hannibal, when he came on, I thought he was a very bright spark. And let's talk about Reguilon as well. I thought Reguilon had quite a solid debut, to be fair to him. Obviously he came in. He looked good. I did like what I saw of him, to be honest with you.
I questioned that loan as well when we brought Reguilon in, but he proved me wrong, which was good.
But overall, absolutely shocking, disappointed, very, very, very mad after that game. walking away very angry. And yeah, we have to be better than that. We can, you can talk about how good Brighton are all you want, but I believe that game was about what we did. They weren't that great. We made them look we made them look good. If you look at the manner of the goals we conceded as well, absolutely shocking. The defence is just all over the place. The midfield, Eriksen again. Eriksen at times he just doesn't do enough for me. So for me, a very, very bad day, and it pretty much sums up our start to the season. Like I said, I did like Hannibal when he came on. Thought he looked very bright, full of energy.
Good goal.
Good goal as well. Yeah, of course, very good goal. But yeah, I think just to finalise, bringing on. I'm sorry, I'm not criticising. I'm not saying Ten Hag out and that, but to bring Garnacho and Plestron in the 84th minute, I mean, they're not going to do anything, and you might as well not bothered. So for me, it's very strange. I think for me, Ten Hag got it wrong again, the way he set it personally. But yeah, Brighton won, and it was just a all bad day at the office. Really, that's all.
Yeah, we went into like a diamond, didn't we? It was like, it was weird. You had Rashford and Højlund as the two strikers, Reguilon and Dalot. I mean, we should have started Wan-Bissaka, but he's injured now, so can't start him at all. But still, we'll talk about injuries, unfortunately. And then, yeah, the first goal that we conceded was poor. Lindelof should have done better. So should Martinez. Onana could have been better placed, but I'm still going to give Onana time. I'm not going to be like, oh, he's this, he's that. I'm going to give every player that we signed time. Like, I can't just say, oh, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, people who are calling Ten Hag out, like, we're 5 games in, like, seriously, like, I mean, are we turning into Arsenal now? Like, this is what it is.
That's absolute nonsense, isn't it? It's so reactive. This guy has, what he did last season, in his first season is incredible, really. And yes, I question his decisions at times. I do, but to say Ten Hag out at this stage, I mean, come on, let's just be sensible here. Let's give him time. He needs time. The injuries. You can't relay. The amount of injuries all at once. You can't really prepare for that, can you? I'm not making excuses, but the amount of injuries we've got, and then adding one. I know I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing in a good way. I'm just absolutely just one thing after another at the moment. But Wan-Bissaka getting injured just pretty much sums it up. I know, obviously, we've had a bit of a boost. We obviously Varane, back in training. Obviously Manu back in training. Obviously in Mount as well back in training. So obviously not available tomorrow night, but they'll be available for the coming game, I'm sure. Obviously maybe on Saturday. Still waiting on Amrabat, which is frustrating. Obviously he's training on his own at the moment, isn't he? So don't know how soon we're going to see, but we have to be very patient. But hopefully we get to see him soon, because I wasn't expecting this injury to be as bad as I thought he'd be that bad now. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit impatient because he's just because I'm so excited to see what he can do. But I thought he may have been back for the Brighton game, but yeah, obviously. No.
I don't think it's an injury. He mustn't be fit, or I don't know what it is. But I don't think he played at all with Fiorentina before he came to us. So it could be fitness. But like you said, they should be back for Saturday's game against Burnley. I mean, I pray, because we need Amrabat and Varane. I think we need Amrabat more though, but we just need. I mean, if you look at our injuries, I'll read them out in a bit, but I'll read them out now. Malacia, Ahmad, Kobe Mainoo, he's back, but we'll still keep him there. I've seen Tom Heaton, I think he's back. I've seen him in the video when they were getting off the bus at the airport, so I think he's back.
Oh yes. Actually, I did have a look at the squad that he'd announced, but I can't remember now. I can't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Forgot on the. I Posted it earlier, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the travelling squad. Yeah, he's in the travelling squad. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's back. It's not really something to celebrate about, but you can take him off the injury list. Mason Mount, who is back in training, which we'll still keep him there, but we'll be taking him off fairly soon. Luke Shaw, fortunately, Varane's back in training, so he should be back on Saturday. I feel like I don't think he probably is fit, but it's probably like it's Varane Mount. You don't want to rush them back into
Yes.
because especially Varane, like we know what he's like.
Yeah, you don't want to risk him. You don't want to risk him. There's no point. I mean, as much as we need him, to be honest, we desperately needed him in this game. But I thought when this morning I saw Varane, I saw reports of Varane, he's back, fit in training. I thought, we might be able to see him, but obviously it's too soon. But I can understand why he's not travelled. Obviously we don't want to risk getting another injury and then ruling out for another few months or whatever, or another few weeks, should I say? Sorry, but yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, he was confirmed yesterday. I think he has a hamstring, so yeah, which is weird. It's a bit weird. Like we're not picking up injuries on the pitch, on the field, but I'd love to know what it is. Like
it's like the curse that we're just cursed. We're absolutely cursed. But I don't know about you, but I find it strange that usually a hamstring injury doesn't usually rule you out for up to 2 months. I thought usually it's like a few weeks kind of injury, isn't it? So I thought that was strange that with how long he's actually. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't expect a hamstring injury to. I suppose it depends what it is. I suppose it depends how bad it is, I guess. But hamstring injuries usually you're back within a month, I would say. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean, supposedly Amrabat had a back injury, so he's back. So hopefully he's back on Saturday.
Yeah, we can only hope. We need it. Like I said, the longer this goes on, we need him in that midfield desperately. And I think that pretty much sums up, doesn't it, that we desperately need a player that we've only just brought in back, because it's. But and we're all eager to see him. Of course we are. But like I said, it's taking a long time to say it was only a minor kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's like Amrabat. He came out with a back injury and he was out for 2 or 3 games or so, and he's back. And he looks. I mean, I can't wait to see him again tomorrow. Hopefully, he can do something against Upamecano and De Ligt. So he's tall, he's strong, he's fast. Sancho, no injury there. Just he's being a baby. Anthony, I feel like there was. I think one of the girls dropped the case.
Yeah.
So personally, I think he'll win. That's just what I think. But who knows? And Harry Maguire, I'm not sure whether we care or not, but he's still a Manchester United player. So.
Oh, the funny thing when I heard Maguire was injured, I thought at least he can't, you can't actually make a mistake. I know he probably wouldn't play anyway, but I'm kind of joking. So at least he's not in the squad to make a mistake. That's kind of bad to say that, isn't it, really? But he just makes mistakes after mistakes after mistakes every game. Whenever he plays, yeah. So I don't think it's much of a loss to you. Maybe, I suppose. If we get an injury tomorrow night, it'll be interesting to see who in that area, should I say. Interesting to see who turn to them. I don't think there is anybody. But yeah, anyway, I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest.
Yeah. MUFC Global, big up. He also says, I'm not confident at all. I don't think anyone is heading into the game, but we never know. We could get the win. He also Maguire's ruled out due to injury. Big up Brian. Says, predicted 11 for tomorrow. I reckon Onana, Reguilon, Leach, Lindelof, Dalot, Casemiro, Bruno, Ericsson, Rashford, Højlund, and Garnacho. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with that. Personally, I predicted that to face Brighton and we didn't get it. Well, I just feel like he's going to play Bruno on the wing, and I don't want to see it. I mean, give me Ryan's predicted lineup tomorrow. and I'll kiss you, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. But you never know. You never know. Just once Martial doesn't start, please, like, come on.
Yeah, no, please no, please no. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Please line up for. Yeah. But yeah, we'll predict our lineups near the end, anyways. MUFC Global says, I think Garnacho could be subbed on in the second half on the left. Pelistri could start on the right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll see Rashford, Højlund, and Bruno. I don't want to see it, but what I'd like to see is Garnacho, or even Rashford, Højlund, and Pelistri, or Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford. Give me that. I'll take it. Just Bruno on the wings, Ryan, and you've seen it on Saturday. It doesn't work. It doesn't.
I don't know where Bruno were playing at Saints today. It was all, I don't really know. I mean, apparently, like I said, McTominay seemed to be on that right-hand side for some reason. But in the I don't really like the diamond either, to be honest. I don't really like that 16.
No. No, same. Yeah, my MFC Global says Bruno mustn't start on the right. He mustn't, but I mean, like, Bayern have such a strong defense. Like they have. Who do they have? They have Alphonso Davies. I think he's still playing for them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've. I personally think their defense isn't the best. I think if you look at their games, they've conceded quite a few. Obviously, they conceded another 2 at home on Friday against Leverkusen, who are a good team, to be fair, but they do seem to concede quite a few. Now, the defence, they've got that Delict, haven't they, from who was at Ajax, wasn't he, at one point? I don't know if he was there when he played, but I don't know. He doesn't even actually start, to be fair. That Kim Min-jae, obviously we were linked, of course he did. He might be playing, who is it? I can't say his name, but they've got a few good, but I think that defence is there for the tip, personally. I do. So
it's usually Kim Min-jae and Upamecano.
Thank you for that. I didn't want to. So yeah, then two, and then they've got Davies on the left. I think he's left, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so say tomorrow they'll probably go Davies, Kim Min-jae, Upamecano, and Pavard's not there. Do you have some fella? What's his face?
I'm just looking at the lineup they started on Friday, and they started with someone called Lehmer, Conrad Lehmer. Don't know if he's one of the academy products that they've brought up there, but I've not heard of him before.
I think he played for Leipzig, Conrad Lehmer.
Oh, really? Right, I've not heard it. Right, fair enough. Right.
He's the right back.
Yeah, Conrad Lehmer is the right back, apparently.
Oh, that's weird. I thought he was a midfielder.
No.
I think he has someone named Mazraoui or something like that. I'm not sure if he was on the bench.
Mazraoui plays in midfield because he replaced Kimmich in midfield. Yeah. So.
You don't know what Thomas Tuchel is here. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I feel like he'll go Mazraoui. If he goes Lymar, brilliant. If he goes Kimmich, you're not going to pay Kimmich because Kimmich can play fullback, but he's not. I'd love Kimmich at United, but it's never going to happen. I think this is hilarious. No way, I have a beast of our centre back. That was Harry Kane, Johnny Evans. Yes.
Absolutely.
We'll get smoked if Evans starts. Oh yeah. Ryan says he'll do his job at the end of the day. Oh, I tell you now, you just can't be like that. Yeah, the thing is though, do you know what it is? The chat's just like, listen, we can take the piss out of each other, no one can take the piss out of us. Like my United fans can slag Man United, but if anyone else likes United, like a Liverpool fan, you're like, here, hold on, no need for that.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you didn't laugh at the moment, I think you'd cry. So you have to have a joke. Being a Man United fan at the moment, as we know, it's
Tough.
very tough time, very difficult moments, and but yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I still can't get over we brought Johnny Evans back, but that's another story that I don't want to get into. But yeah.
MFC Global says, I hope I'm wrong, but I think we could lose that game 3-1. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope we win. I didn't predict the win, but I just hope it's one of those. What's the word? Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So, He also says Bayern Munich has lots of quality players. It will take a miracle to win against them at home, considering our injury woes, and we can't forget our bad away form either. So it's going to be tough. I mean, imagine if we had a group like the one Newcastle are in. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I mean that's one group of death, isn't it? That Newcastle are in, but yeah, I mean, obviously Bayern as well. They're unbeaten in 34 games, aren't they? The Allianz as well at home in the Champions League. So
yeah.
That way, yeah.
Ryan says, if someone else likes United, I'll do a right Kane and bash into someone to make me feel better. And yes, listen to MFC Global. Smash, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I mean, me and Ryan could have come on here and cried, but we have a brave smile. You know what I mean? We can't hide forever, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I probably did look like I was on the verge of tears on Saturday, but besides that, I'm sorry. Haven't cried on the stream yet, so I just saw that pushing me though.
I was just so angry. I didn't even know what was happening. I was just so angry. Honestly.
I was just like, not Pellistri, Hannibal scored, and I was like, whoa. I was like, 20 minutes to go. All right, calm down. There's a chance. And I was like, no.
No, it would have been 2-1 potentially, but 3-1, it's always going to be a mountain to climb, even though we did score. It was always going to be difficult. But yeah, I mean, for me, even after that Hannibal goal, I would have probably put Garnacho and Pellistri on then as well. Not wait 10, 30 minutes to get them on, but yeah, that's just me.
Oh yeah, 100%. But listen, we'll get on to first of all, Ryan, I'll ask you, jump into the preview. Are you confident for tomorrow's game?
I'm not as confident. Obviously, I'm not as confident as what I showed against Brighton, which absolutely did backfire me, didn't it? I feel like a bit of a jinx, but I think it would be difficult to be too confident, bearing in mind everything. Obviously, the form that we're in. Obviously, Bayern being a very top, one of the top teams in Europe. Their form at the Allianz as well is just incredible. But I still believe this game. Everyone's kind of writing us off, which may work in our favour because technically the pressure, especially at their home ground as well, the pressure will be on them. And I think that if we can get into this game and from the start and maybe frustrate the crowd and get them on the players' backs, that can really be negative on the players on the pitch, and then we can capitalise on that. As I say, I do believe that the way Bayern play, there is spaces to exploit in behind. There really is.
Midfield. I was watching something yesterday, and supposedly that midfield, if you're at it, it can be a bit shaky. So they have their weaknesses as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And if we can, we've got some very pacey attackers, as we know. But I do feel like obviously they will probably. We're going to have to counter very effectively here, I think, because I think obviously they're probably going to have all the ball, most of the ball, should I say, and we're going to have to attack, and it's got to be, it's got to be. So if we play like we did against Brighton, it really will be embarrassing, but embarrassing scoreline, because that's what Bayern do to you if you play badly. But yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not confident. But I believe we can get a result. I'm gonna try and be positive. I'm gonna try and be positive as hard as it is in these moments where we just getting beaten every week, so it feels like we're getting beaten every week, even though we've not lost all our games, but it feels like we are. So, yeah, that's kind of it, really.
Do you know what? Do you know what you're like at this moment, right? I'm like the person who's like seriously depressed, right? And I'm like, I need to feel happy. I need to go to Ryan. He'll make me feel a bit more confident, and that's what it is. You just need to make you feel confident. I just need like if someone if someone predicts United win, I'm not going to say yeah you're stupid. I'm like, all right, hold on a second. If he thinks there's a chance, but then how come I can't? So yeah, Ryan says I seen something the other day at Bruno playing centre back, and someone commented under Ten Hag, whatever you're cooking, it's boring.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, I mean Bruno did seem to be a centre back at one point. Brian, and I thought, what is going on here?
I don't even think we had a formation in the last 5 minutes. I just think it was just it was just like
all over.
Yeah, it's like that. When you're playing FIFA and you're losing, say you're losing 2-0, 10 minutes to spare, you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw on whoever I think, or throw on anyone. But yeah, we throw Martial. Like, you should have just kept piling on.
I know, bringing Martial on, I mean, that was just absolutely nonsense. Hello, Orest. Hello there, Orest. What are you doing? Well, mate, big up to you. Thanks for tuning in.
Big up, lads. Just subscribe. Appreciate it, mate. I actually subscribed to his channel as well. Good bit of content over there.
I'm going to subscribe as well to Orest.
Yeah. Starting to build up a nice community here. I'm starting to like it. But yeah, big up, Orest. Hope and everyone else who's watching as well. Hope we're doing swell. But yeah, I mean, look at Bayern. If I can do this, actually. Look at their last 5. I know one game you can look at it into 2 ways, but if it comes up on the old screen here, so they played RB Leipzig in the I don't know what they call over there, the DFB Cup.
Yeah, I think it's called the Super Cup. Even though it's a Super Cup, obviously, I think it's called the Super Cup. Yeah. When I was looking, but it said anyway, it said Super Cup.
It's probably just like we have the Community Shield or something like that. I don't know what it is.
It's obviously not the Super Cup that we know, but I mean, it's the Super Cup that they have. I'm just gonna have a look here. It's the DFL Super Cup, yeah. Yeah.
There we have. I knew. I thought I'll just look at it as the Community Shield. Like we say, like, if you win the title, and then say like the FA Cup, where they're probably like if you win they have it. Their Bundesliga thing looks like a plate you put in your dishwasher. Let's be brutally honest. But yeah, I mean, RB Leipzig beat them 3-0. That was Harry Kane's first game. They beat Werder Bremen 4-0. They beat FC Augsburg 3-1. They beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-1, and they drew 2-2 against Leverkusen. Leverkusen are a decent team. I think Xabi Alonso manages them. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're a good team. And then Harry Kane is just scoring on all fronts. He's found in it, which it's not good, is it? I mean, I would have loved to come into this saying Harry Kane's form is poor, but
no, it's not going to happen, though, is it? We're just hoping that, and we just can't expect that from Harry Kane, because Harry Kane, obviously, we know how good he is. But yeah, we just have to just hope that he has an off game, and our defence is a lot better than what we should. But yeah, I mean, if you just look at these results a minute. I mean, as I said earlier, Bayern Munich do concede a hell of a lot of goals. You see a lot, obviously, 3, 4, 5, 7 goals we've conceded in 5 games, which it's not. I wouldn't say it's very bad, but it's still not very good, is it? And obviously, I know you said Leverkusen is our good team, but Bayern Munich are at home. I did expect Bayern Munich to win that game. Actually, I didn't expect them to. I know obviously Leverkusen started well, but they are at home, so I think that they were very disappointed with that result. Bayern Munich on Friday night, wasn't it? So yeah, they do score, but they also concede. So that's why I have a little bit of hope that we have the quality, going forward. We know that on our day we can, going forward especially, we can cause anybody problems. So that's why I have a little bit of hope in this game. We can have a bit of joy, even though it's been this, so bad at the start of the season.
Yeah, always talks about United. Which I mean, I was looking through their previous games, and the only games Harry Kane didn't score in is the game against RB Leipzig. I think it was the game against Mönchengladbach, but he scored in every other game. So that's 1-2. Scored in the last 3 games.
No, I think I saw he's got four goals in 5. Yeah, 4 goals in 5.
Yeah. Ryan says, I can see how Roy Keane rant if you do crap tomorrow, Dino. You know what I'm like. Oh, yeah, Ryan, you've had plenty of rants on this channel. I mean, let's just go back to the game against Arsenal, sure, when Ryan was on Goal Mental. I mean, I'm sure yourself, Ryan, if you came on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game, don't take me back to that game. I can't say that game. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I'll try not to remind you. But yeah, I mean, I was trying to look for that tactics before I came in, but I don't know what to do. I couldn't really find much because let's be honest, Bayern aren't the team you watch.
Oh, Dean's gone. Dean's gone, so we're kind of on our own. I mean, he'll be back in a second, but yeah, Dean's gone for the moment.
I just decided to go for a
walk. Oh, you're back. Right, sorry.
You
left me all alone there.
I just thought I'd leave early.
Anyway,
yeah. I just got fed up. As soon as I mentioned about Bayern, he decided to go. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bayern are just weird. Like, I don't watch them every week, so I'm not sure what way they play. Obviously, they have good, quick wingers. Sané, Gnabry. Musiala's a good player for them, I think. So, he's good. Goretzka, I think we're interested in him at one stage. Supposedly he's just like another McTominay or something like that. I don't know. Which I mean, they're definitely their winger. I mean, Reguilon and Dalot will have to be like very, 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 very sharp on a lot of things tomorrow. Because if they're not, we're going to be torn to shreds on the wings. And then they have Harry Kane. Like, imagine, right? Imagine you'll run up the ball, you'll run down the wing, and you see Harry Kane in there up against a 5'9", 5'10" Martinez. You're like, I am going to whip this in. But if you have a Reguilon there or a Dalot there blocking, just one side, it's like probably just like with Man City. Keep Haaland quiet, or keep the man quiet who gives Haaland the service, and you could do it. There's a chance you could. But yeah, I mean, City hammered it. I think it was like 3-0 or something in the Champions League, 4-0 on aggregate. I don't know what it was, but it's a different. It's weird what to expect from. What are you expecting tomorrow from Bayern? Ryan?
Yeah, obviously, I expect them to obviously, kind of be on the front foot and show. Look at, like I said, the attacking players they've got is just incredible, and really, obviously. So I expect them to obviously dictate things, but we just have to. The thing is, when we do have the ball, we're going to have to make sure we try and keep it, and obviously we can't afford to be just launching the ball forward, which I seem to remember on Saturday. We seemed to do a hell of a lot on Saturday. Why were we launching so many? It just wasn't working, and so I expect you know what to expect from Bayern. Obviously, a very physical team. They look to you kind of have that kind of physical edge on us, but we just have to obviously shower aggression, passion, and make sure we're just up to the challenge, because if we're not, we're gonna get turned over comfortably. But yeah, I expect Bayern to be a very tough game, and I do expect them to bring a lot, but I just have something in the back of my mind that if we can get a result, I know I said this again after the Brighton game, maybe I shouldn't say, but if we can get a result here, that will really turn the season, I think. But let's just see what happens. But yeah, Bayern are going to be a very strong team to play against, and we're going to have to be careful with their obviously their attackers, but their midfield is strong as well, and But like I say, if we can get in behind that defence, which I do believe is quite shaky, then we may. But we have to be clinical. We have to be clinical with our chances. Well, that's another thing. Because I do believe we will get chances, but yeah, we haven't really. Well, we haven't shown any clinical edge much this season, so that has to change. So. You're on mute. I think,
yeah. I don't know how it's on mute, but anyways, it's just every time I talk about Bayern, it just seems to go mental. But yeah, I mean, I just don't know what to expect from Bayern. Like, I expect them to beat us, but
I don't watch. Bayern that much. So I don't really know what to expect. But obviously, I know a bit about them. But yeah, when you don't watch that league every week and you don't watch Bayern every week, it's hard to kind of say. But we know what Bayern are about, don't we? Overall, I mean, we've seen it in the Champions League, and so yeah, we kind of know from that aspect what we're going to get.
Oh yeah, I mean, I expect. I don't know. I just feel like I can just see Sané. Just like I don't even think he'd try and use the wing. I just think he'd be like, right, go up and then just try and go down. Like the way, just go diagonal. Just test our midfield because they're a bit vulnerable there at the moment.
You're right. But, are you worried about the pace of our fullbacks? Obviously, Reguilon, I believe, will be up against Sané, won't he? I think so. I don't think Reguilon's that slow, but he's not the quickest. Obviously, he's a bit older now. But are you concerned about that side, maybe in particular? Or
yeah, I just fear them. Just especially Sané, he scares me more than Gnabry, because Dalot done well against Saka when we played them. Matoma, he didn't do too bad. I think Matoma was up against Dalot. Could be wrong. So don't worry about that. I think Dalot knows what he can do. He's took on quicker. Gnabry's fast. He's strong. He's not a little fella. Sané is just. I don't think Reguilon. If it was Luke Shaw, I'd be like, fine. Luke Shaw. Not only is Luke Shaw strong, Luke Shaw's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. Yeah.
And I feel like he'd stick with him well. So yeah, I just fear that on our defence, it's not the tallest either. I mean, I still think if Varane was fit, it still would have been Martinez Varane regardless. But again, Martinez, he doesn't need to be tall. He just has to be aggressive. We know that about him. So I just feared him just Reguilon slipping on his arse, and then Sané is just down the middle. Harry Kane's there because we know Harry Kane can do. You think he's not going to score that, and he scores.
He gets the chance, he scores.
Yeah. So yeah, our fullbacks and our midfield. Casemiro's not foreign, is he?
Yeah, I mean Casemiro. Do you think Casemiro? What do you make of Casemiro? Because obviously he's not had that player next to him maybe that's kind of helping him. But obviously Casemiro, we know is a quality player. But are you surprised with how maybe badly Casemiro's played? I know obviously everybody's played quite badly, but Casemiro, I think he's been exposed a lot. But obviously he's not really had the support either, has he? So I can kind of sympathise in a way, but he's still been quite poor, hasn't he? Really?
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought it was because remember we played Mason Mount deep alongside him at the start of the season. I thought, he's not doing. Look who's alongside. No respect to Mount, because Mount's not even a DM, in my opinion.
No.
So we took that away. Then we played Eriksen because that seemed to work. With Fred, what if that worked? I don't know. I mean, we'll never know. I actually miss Fred. I never thought I'd say that, but I miss Fred. We should have kept him and Son McTominay, but sure, look. Yeah, I'm concerned about him, yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think Ten Hag will ever drop him. I just think he can't. It's not like, let's be honest, I hate to compare. I just hate to give this team a compliment, but we're not Man City where you can drop Rodri if he's playing rubbish and bring in someone else. You know what I mean? Even I know it sounds ridiculous, but they can bring in Calvin Phillips and he probably still do decent because look who he has around him, where we can't. Because we could take Casemiro out tomorrow and it could be a whole lot worse. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he just doesn't seem fit. I don't know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it confidence? I don't know what it is, but you're seeing all these training videos. Casemiro, look, he has the passion. Yeah, where's the passion on the pitch? Like, you know what I mean?
It's like I said, we know that the Premier League is such a fast league as well, isn't it? And I think that the speed of the Premier League, I'm not doubting Casemiro, by the way, for anyone that's thinking I'm not. I'm just saying that he does seem to struggle, with the pace of the Premier League at times. I think, obviously, in the champion, I don't think you can drop him in the Champions League, to be fair, because obviously he's full of experience in the Champions League. But I don't think I would say I would drop him at this stage. I just think he hasn't been that great, but we know that he's kind of been doing two positions in a sense, if you get what I'm saying, and he's not going to be able to do that. Nobody will. So you cannot cover two positions. So that's again. I kind of sympathise in that way. But when Amrabat comes in, I do feel like maybe that partnership with Casemiro will be very, very good.
Yeah.
Very complement each other very well. So just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I still like Casemiro. I don't hate him. I back Ten Hag to turn the season around. I do. Hopefully tomorrow is the start of it. Hopefully it's like when we played Liverpool. Remember we got slapped by Brentford 4-0. Went into the Liverpool game thinking, yeah, we're losing this, boys. And then we did lose it. It's funny, the game. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? How things can change. We thought we'd lose against Liverpool when we got slapped by Brentford, and we thought we'd beat Liverpool when they slapped us 7-0. So it's a bit weird, but hopefully Ten Hag can. If we beat Bourne tomorrow, that starts the season off. But I can't put those. We play well against Bourne and play rubbish against Burnley, who have only picked up a point, and our striker got sent off yesterday. So.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you asking me on the last one about would I take a draw against Brighton. If you asked me that question for this game, I certainly would.
Oh yeah.
I would certainly, of course, would take a point against, because if you can draw your away games and win all your home games, you're going to qualify, aren't you, for the next round? So, I definitely would take a point. I think we all would. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me a draw tomorrow. Ryan says, "Good Michael Jackson offside position tomorrow." Oh, he's talking about. Remember Gabriel and Garnacho? Remember where Garnacho was on side?
Yeah.
El Gabriel was just a bit like Michael Jackson. So yeah. Man United says 2-1 United. It's Bruno and Scott McTominay goals tomorrow.
Ooh, Scott McTominay.
That's gold. Now, what you do is he scoring a goal for United or an own goal? Just throwing it in there. But yeah, we'll go to Manchester United's form anyways. If I can find it. Yeah, there we go. Let me just throw us down here. So it's not great either. Let's be honest. But look, we beat Wolves 1-0. Luckily, Spurs beat us 2-0. We beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. We lost 3-1 against Arsenal and 3-1 against Brighton. So in our last 2 games, we've conceded 3 goals. In the last 4 games, we've conceded 2 goals or more. So it's not great, is it? Unfortunately.
No, absolutely not. Very concerning for sure. And yeah, we know that defensively we've been very bad, but also the midfield is not offered that support the defence need either. But the defence haven't done their jobs ultimately. And when you no matter who you play, but if you give time on the ball to players, whoever you're playing, you're going to get punched off. I know we didn't get punched against Wolves, but I mean, better opposition, you're not going to get away with it really. So, obviously. Like I say, the Arsenal game, I think that scoreline flattered them. I think I said that before, previously, but they certainly shouldn't have won that game. But it is what it is. And then the Brighton game, obviously conceding 3 goals at home. Yes, against a good Brighton side, but not a full strength Brighton side. Let's be honest, I forgot to mention that as well. They were missing key players themselves, and they still managed to score 3. So yeah, it's not great, but as the saying goes, it can only get better, we hope. And obviously with the likes of Varane coming back in now and, in the next few games, that'll be a massive boost. Because I think the partnership that he's developed with Martinez when he's been available, Varane. I think it's special. I think it's shown they complement each other very well. So putting Varane back in there, I think it will really not fix all our problems, but it'll really shore up that defence a lot more than what it has been for sure.
Yeah, and I was just looking there. We've conceded 10 goals in our last 4, I think. So it's not great.
Absolutely shocking. I mean, we're laughing, but it's disgraceful, really. Really is disgraceful. How many? If you look at how many goals we've conceded that have just been gifts as well. I think the majority of them have been quite, just gifts. To be honest, we haven't. Okay, maybe the odd 1 or 2 may have been just great goals by the opposition, but most of them have been just by our own wrongdoing, our own doing really, and our own poor play. So.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. But listen, like I asked you on Saturday, I asked you who Brighton's danger man is. Now, I have a feeling who you're going to say Bayern's danger man is. I feel like I'll say the same. Who's Bayern's danger man?
Well, yeah, I think it has to be one guy, and that's Harry Kane for me.
Harry Kane, yeah.
He's the one that scores the goals, but also he's got a lot of creatives. I think a close one behind him though is definitely Sane. I think Sane is a great player on that wing.
Yeah.
But for me, Harry Kane is the number one danger man for me. We know this. If we can maybe, keep him quiet somehow, or maybe he can have an off game or something, then we may be able to get a positive result. But if he's on it and we can't, like this, easy said than done with a quality player like Harry Kane. He's world class, isn't he? It's very hard to keep him quiet. Not many opponents can, but it's possible. It can be possible, even though our defence is quite bad. But you're just gonna have to see. But Harry Kane, if we nullify that threat somehow, somewhere, I'm not saying if we nullify that threat, then we're gonna win. But I just think that if we can nullify a big threat like he is, then it gives us a better chance for sure. Because he's the one that puts the ball in the back of the net ultimately, doesn't he?
Yeah, I agree with you, Harry Kane. If you can keep Harry Kane quiet, keep on top of him. There is a chance, but yeah, Sane, just ex-Man City player too. Man City are actually losing at the moment against some team I can't pronounce. So yeah, that's good, I suppose. Harry Kane. Now it's on to us. Who's our danger man? At the moment, I don't know who. Honestly, Reguilon, fucker.
Oh, I know. It's one of the. Like I say, I have loved what Haaland's done so far in his brief moments that we've seen him. Obviously, I think he's looked very good. But then I go back to it. I think that this game is really set for Garnacho. I do, because I think this is the type of game where, like I said, there will be space to exploit him behind. I do think Garnacho, with his pace, I know Holland's quite quick to go, but I think Garnacho, he can really cause issues, especially if it is that. I'm not disrespecting the guy on the right hand side, that Lehmann that we was talking about earlier, but if it is him that starts, and Garnacho, well, like I said, I think Garnacho should be on the left in this game, but that's just my opinion. If he's on that side, I think Garnacho can, get at him really, and have a good game. So, if I have to pick, I have to go with Garnacho, but I think Haaland definitely will cause some problems as well. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Rashford, I don't know. I'll probably just go with Bruno again. I honestly, I just don't know. Who to go with? Actually, it's back to Bayern. Who's the goalie?
The goalkeeper that started against last week, like their last game was Sven Ulrich, whoever that is. Don't know who that is.
Yeah, I think he was the backup to Neuer when he was there. What's up with Neuer? Is he injured?
Yeah, he must be injured because he wasn't even on the bench. Yeah, like I said, I don't follow the German league. I don't follow what Bayern, so I don't know, but he must be injured. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think. I mean, all right, that's a bit of a positive.
I think I don't know if you know as well. I don't know if this makes any kind of difference at all, but I think Thomas Tuchel won't be on the touchline either. I think he's so he won't be on the touchline. So maybe that. I don't know if that'll make a difference though. Do you? But I just think we would not be in there. Yeah.
I won't. He was at the press conference today, which was weird, but he was at the press conference today, which I didn't think you were allowed if you had touch game ban, but.
No, I'm sure I've seen something that he's not going to be on the touchline. I'm sure I did. So.
No, but listen, it doesn't make a difference. Fortunately, I mean he'll still be in the head. You know, I mean, I'm sure someone will have AirPods in. He'll be there. All right, maybe his presence not being there, but still, yeah. I mean, you know, it could be one of those. Say, for example, where we like the Brighton game, we have a good start, we probably score a goal. And then Bayern just kick on, and then before you know it, we're losing 10-0. But listen, I don't know. I pray we win tomorrow. But yeah, and we'll jump into predicted 11s. So let's go to Ryan's. You've had a big call here, so let's talk through it.
Yes. I actually put Hannibal in instead of Eriksen.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But anyway, I will discuss my lineup. Obviously, Regulon, definitely starts, and then the defense kind of picks itself, doesn't it? At the moment, we haven't got the options to change that at all, even though we may need to. But yeah, I think Eriksen in this game, he's not going to be able to. If we want to get on top in the midfield, Eriksen is just too much of a passenger for me, and it's clearly not worked in the past either. So, and I think that what Hannibal will bring, I know maybe it's a risk to this, and maybe people will call me crazy, but I know he's very inexperienced as well. Hannibal, obviously, in this competition, especially as well as in the Premier League, fair. But I just think he will bring that energy that maybe Casemiro will need. Eriksen is just too slow, and he just gives opponents too much space. And so that's why I've gone with Hannibal, to be honest with you. People may call me silly, but we haven't really got many options anyway. And what is the worst going to happen with trying somebody else? You don't know unless you try somebody what they're going to do. He probably will go with Eriksen, but I'm just kind of saying my own mind. Obviously, Casemiro definitely starts for me, that Champions League experience. And like I say, I don't want to see him dropped at all. I think he has been poor this start season, but I do think there are various factors why he's not looked as good, but no excuses. Obviously, Bruno definitely through the middle there. Not on the right, please. Tonight, please, no. And I have made a bold call on the left, and I have actually decided to drop Rashford because even though Rashford is one of our key players, I think that at times he's kind of protected in that play in the starting 11, regardless of how bad or well he plays. If you get what I'm saying, I think that players. I just think, as I said earlier, I think Garnacho is a player that can really make, really do something in this game with the pace that he's got, and I just think this is the game made for him, really. So I think that Rashford will definitely play a part in this game, and he will probably come on. But I just want to see Garnacho start in this game personally, just to see something a bit different. I think I know you can't really compare the last game because everyone was terrible. Rashford just didn't. Rashford needs to learn to pass as well at times, I think. Yeah, I don't know if you know it, but he's just too selfish. Yeah. I think that, yes, I'm not saying he's got the quality. He does have a good strike in him at times, and I'm not saying don't shoot at all. But the amount of times that there were balls to be played across, especially the one with Haaland, the what I know he obviously picked out Haaland for the disallowed goal, but the other one where there was a clear ball across to Haaland and he decided to shoot. And I just think, like I say, I think Garnacho has to start this game, just to freshen it up a bit and see what he can do. I'm a big fan of Garnacho, so that's probably why I'm calling Garnacho. Not like, but anyway, Pellistri on the right. It's very unlikely this will happen, by the way, because if Pellistri didn't start against Brighton, I don't think he'll be starting against Bayern Munich. Let's be honest, but this is the team I like to see, so that's why I've gone with it. I think Pellistri can cause issues. I think that he has got the pace as well. And he's an out-and-out winger, so I don't want to be seeing players being played out of position. There's just no need for it when you've got Pellistri there, ready to start. And then, Haaland obviously starts again for me. I think he's looked to threat in the games, and I think he I think he will have some kind of joy in this game, hopefully. Well, I actually said that he will have some joy in this game, but Haaland leads the line for me. No Martial, please no.
No.
But that's my lineup. That's my lineup. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I went Bruno on the wings, and I hope I'm wrong. And personally, I'd go with Rashford on the left, or Garnacho on the left, Rashford on the right, and Højlund. Put Bruno back in his normal position. But listen, no point. Here's my predicted 11. Onana in goal, back four of Reguilon, Martinez, Lindelof, and Dalot. Then we'll have Scott McTominay, Casemiro, and Eriksen. On the left, Rashford. On the right, Bruno. And up top, Højlund. Now, yes, I don't want to see Bruno on the right, but I just think something Ten Hag is going to do. Like I said, if before I was Ten Hag, I'd be putting Bruno back where Eriksen is. Drop Eriksen back, right? And Rashford on the right, Bruno on, Garnacho on the left, and Højlund. Or even play Pellistri, but like you said, he didn't play Pellistri against Brighton, so he hasn't got a chance in hell that he's going to play tomorrow. But you never know with Ten Hag. Ten Hag is just, you don't know what he's going to come out with, so I would be surprised if Pellistri starts. But fingers crossed, it's Rashford, Garnacho, and Højlund, and Bruno back in his usual position. But listen, we're moving to score predictions. We'll start off with you, Ryan. This is your one. Confident as always. Let's go through it.
Yeah, people will call me crazy, but I just think this game, as I said earlier, this game, I think defensively they can be got. I know obviously we can be got as well, but I'm just thinking, I think Kane will definitely score. But then I think that we obviously Højlund. I think Højlund's earned his goal in the past few games from what we've seen of him. I think he really does deserve it. Get off the mark. And Garnacho, I mentioned Garnacho's name earlier as well. I think Garnacho will get himself a goal, and that'll be a very amazing moment. I think it'll be a very tough game. We've said this, it's going to be a tough game, it's going to be very close. But I just think, because we're the dogs, everyone's writing us off. I think it may play into our hands, really. I mean, you can talk about records all you want in this 34 match unbeaten run they're on at the Islands, but that has to be broken at some point. And
look at our home record. Gone.
Yeah, their home record is really strong. So I just think that record is there to be broken, and that can kind of play against the team really. So, I've got to feel. I've got to try and be positive. But like I said, I will take a draw right now. You gave me a draw, I will take a draw. But I just want to be a bit more positive. I don't know if I'm overly positive, but I just like to be a bit positive, and I just kind of the reasons that I kind of stated. I believe that, they are attacking. If we can get playing, like I said, the best form of defence is attacking. And the problem is we're going to have the ball to do that. But I do believe that there will be moments in this game, and we have to be clinical. So but I do believe that we can be clinical. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we can't go toe to toe with them though, because if we do, we're getting slapped. So, yeah, but listen, if that happens tomorrow, Manchester United season is well and truly underway. But it has to be like, are you taking like with this prediction? Are you going like a solid 2-1 victory where we play well, or just smash and grab?
I mean, well, I'd like to see us play well, but maybe it's going to be a case of a smash and grab situation, if I'm honest. But I think whenever you're playing against Bayern, if you do win the game, I think it's very rare that you do have a smash and grab situation against a team like Bayern, really. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, but we're going to have to perform. We're going to have to perform to a very good level. I'm not saying our best, but we're going to have to perform, So I haven't really answered that question. Maybe I want to see it perform well, but I don't know if we will. But yeah, I think it may. Well, if you base it on what we've seen in the previous games, I think it has to be a smash and grab, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll take it. But unfortunately, Elvin, move on to my prediction. It's not positive. It's positive if you're a Bayern Munich fan. I predicted a 2-0 loss. And the players I was talking about, which I prefer, Harry Kane and Leroy Sané.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I feel like Sané is just going to not tear right down to shreds, but will just outclass someone than Kane. It's just Kane. I can see him scoring. I can see Sané whipping the ball into the box. Kane gets his head onto it, and then Sané just, scores bottom right hand corner. Nothing you can do about it. And then that'll be just that. But listen, it is a game that will have a lot to it, and fingers crossed Manchester United can get the 3 points. Because listen, if we lose, I'll be disappointed. We just want to start hammering like I'm not saying Brighton hammer us, but just want to start like that. I'll be like, okay, fair enough. But listen, we will have a watch along for it here. I think the game starts at 8, so join us at around 7:30 or so. But yeah, Ryan, appreciate you coming on. Brilliant show once again, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, thank you for having me. It's been good, and hopefully we can pick up something tomorrow night. We don't want another depressing night. It seems to me like you think it's going to be another long evening for us tomorrow night. But hopefully, the beauty thing about the best thing about football is sometimes it can surprise, and hopefully it will surprise tomorrow night. We need a bit of luck. We haven't had much luck, to be fair. So we do need a bit of luck as well. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, it's been a great show. Thank you for having me. All right, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, brilliant. And we'll definitely have it on again soon, 100%. It's like you're just part of the channel now. Do you know, that's what I always say. If you come on, you're here. But listen again. What was it?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And where can people find you as well?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, United Central. There is a dot in between the N and the I. The N and the I, I believe. Yeah, on Instagram. But yeah, going well on there. Getting better with my my content. Well, I feel like I'm getting better with my designs that I've been doing for the content on there. But yeah, it's going well, and yeah, obviously trying to be consistent. And yeah, go and follow me on there. And obviously I've got a channel of my own just yet, but maybe that is something in the future. But for now, I'm just happy doing what I'm doing on, obviously Instagram, and especially on Instagram. But obviously I'm on Twitter as well, and we'll just take it from there, really. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a brilliant channel, and I recommend people to go and follow it on Instagram and Twitter too. It's central. Type it up. If you can't find it, even text the United Way, Instagram or whatever, and we'll send you the link to stuff. The link. But yeah, as I said, we'll have a watch along for the game. I'm glad we're back in the Champions League, but hopefully it's a welcome back, and it's a good welcome back. Not welcome back. You just lost 7-0. But yeah, Please follow all our socials, links in the description. You can see a few on the little edit there down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ryan, legend as always. Everyone go follow his channel. It's brilliant. Highly recommend it. And yeah, hopefully we get the win tomorrow. Speak to you on the next one. Have a good one.